Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Choose the mic. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. First down. 70 line. Check.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Buffalo.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Kelly to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Kelly. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. On 1st down, it's Kelly. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 7-7, our score after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Barkley on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action, it's Kelly. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Kelly. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 81 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. This is Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Kelly. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Barkley again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Barkley. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Henderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll roll him out right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Choose the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. And tight coverage coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Miami.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Kelly to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Kelly to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Get.
Another try for Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. This will be caught. Judy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, Jones. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To throw is Kelly. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll go to Barkley again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Kelly. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Kelly. Flush to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Kelly. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 36 yards out. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Buffalo. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run with Swift. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third? And this time he is in. DeAndre Swift with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Kelly. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A first down carry for Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39.
And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jones now on first down.
Out quickly to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now Jones on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Jones. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Stewart. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Good job, good job.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Ready up. 58, come on. Watch the screen. Hands. 58, come on. 58. 58, come on.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Watch 2. Watch 2. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
Jones. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.